Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I did a prepper haul from Walmart and I thought I would share with you the items that I selected because I want to make sure that I am prepared. If you don't have a full pantry and a lot of ideas about what you want to have in your stockpile for prepping, you might want to get ready now. Times are uncertain. The world has some crazy things going on, and so it's best to just keep picking away, make a plan, decide what things you want to have on hand, and then add to your food stockpile and your prepping supplies. It only makes sense to stock up on the things that you use and you know you will continue to use in the future. I did a grocery pickup at Walmart and I was pleasantly surprised that I got 100% of the things on my list because throughout the last few years, that was just almost never possible. And there were times during the pandemic when you were lucky if you could get half of the things, or you would just go through and it would say out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. And there's still a lot of things out of stock that you can't put in your cart, but at least now when you put the items in your cart and then you drive out to Walmart, they're all available in your shopping cart, which is a nice way to have your shopping excursion turn out. The first item I bought was Epsom salt. Epsom salt is great. I like to pour it into my big bathtub. It's also great for all kinds of different things. You can use it for health and beauty. You can also use it in the garden. I'll put a link to a video I made about things that you can do with Epsom salt if you're interested, and leave it in the comments if Epsom salt is something that you use and how do you use it besides just soaking in the bathtub. My doctor had recommended these VitaFusion multivitamin gummies for me about 2 years ago, so I have been using them. I don't really enjoy swallowing a pill, so it's nice to have something that's tasty you can chew, but if you do have something like gummy vitamins, make sure that you keep them where, say, kids can't get a hold of them because they might think they're fruit snacks and want to eat them up, and that wouldn't be a good idea. I've ordered these in the past from Amazon, but they won't ship them to Alaska. So I had to order them from Walmart, and they were about $3 more than on Amazon, but I could get them. Why might you want to have vitamins in your stockpile for emergencies in the future? If things go bad and you can't get all of the nutrients out of the foods that you want because you're limited on what you can find or what you can afford, you want to make sure that you're still getting as much of your nutrition as you can. It's always better to get your vitamins and minerals from the foods that you eat, but if you can't, you can ensure that you're getting the supplements, and taking just a multivitamin can really be helpful. Summer is here, so it's mosquito season in Alaska. I don't have them so bad where I live because I live along the ocean and it's breezy and the wind seems to blow them away. But they are out there, and so I picked up a cutter that's a dry spray. So many of them are like lotions or they're greasy feeling, but this one is a dry spray, so I'm anxious to try it and see if it helps keep the mosquitoes away, because nobody wants mosquito bites or any of the black flies or any of the things that can bite and sting us. Sweet Thai chili almonds. These are so delicious, so I like to keep a few cans of them around. The date on these is 2027, which is a nice long time away from now. I just finished the last can that I had in my stockpile, and it was dated the end of 2023, and they were still good to have. But you need to be careful about nuts because they have oils in them, and so you want to rotate them. Don't put them away and think that they're going to last forever, because foods that are naturally high in oil are just not going to. We can want to preserve them and try different things, but you need to keep maintaining your stockpile. The food you're putting away should be food that you want to eat, and so you should be eating it, rotating it, and replacing it. That's the whole point of how you have a successful prepper pantry. It's nice to have different kinds of sauces and condiments, so I picked up a Chick-fil-A dipping sauce. It's good with chicken. It isn't my favorite sauce, but I do love that Cane's chicken. But if you can't find that in the store, so this might be the next best thing. I bought a bottle of sesame oil. This is nice to add different flavors to different dishes. We want to have basic oils, fats in our pantry and in our stockpile, but it might be nice to add a few varieties so that you can add some flavor into your menu, into your meals, so that your food doesn't become boring. I bought some little cups of applesauce. I like to make a bowl of oatmeal, add in the applesauce. These have a date on them that they're good until the middle of 2026. So 2 years on these little cups. And they're easy then to have a portion of fruit that you can pass them out if you need to. If you're going camping, you can throw them in your picnic basket. You can hand them to a hungry kid. You don't have to do any preparation. So it's nice to have some individual serving sizes, because then, say if you're just one person, you don't have to open a whole can or bottle of fruit. You may not be able to have fresh on hand, and so having variety keeps your meals interesting and simple. Applesauce is also versatile if you want to use it in baking. You can substitute it in some recipes for things like oil and eggs. You can substitute 1 cup of oil or butter for 1 cup of applesauce. You can also substitute 1 egg with 1/4 cup of applesauce. If you're ever in a quandary over you don't have the things that you need, check out what are some substitutions, and maybe you'll find that applesauce is something you want to have just for that. I bought a box of unflavored gelatin. If you ever want to make your soups or stews be more like bone broth, when maybe they just don't have a full flavor or a full brothy taste, you can add a package of unflavored gelatin into all kinds of soups and stews to bulk it up a little, make it more beefy bone broth, and it can add to your nutrition, and it's a simple way to kick it up a notch and help your foods have a little more sustenance. My favorite beans I've been eating lately are pinto beans, so I picked up 12 cans of pinto beans. They were like $1.07 a can, which I think is like crazy how much they cost these days, but that's what is happening. As we use our food, we need to rotate and replace it, and that's what's nice about buying it ahead. It used to be maybe 68 cents a can, or 88 cents a can, or 98 cents a can, and now it's $1.07. So if you already have extras on hand, you are able to consume the food that you put away when it was less expensive, so you're saving money into the future if you look at it that way. The price of food is not going down, it's just heading up. There's a few things that have gone down after they went skyrocketing, but they've never gone down to what they were several years ago. Keep stocking up on foods that you know that you like and use, and then make sure that you use rotate and replace. The last thing I bought were little cans of chicken. I don't cook for a big family anymore. I have a lot of cans that are the large size of canned meats, but it's easier for me to just use a small can, and so these are handy to have on hand. So I bought 10 small cans of chicken. They were almost $1. They were about $1.50 a can, which if you live in the lower 48 and you have a Dollar Tree, they're $1.25. I don't really know what they're in the grocery store where you live, but it certainly is varying how much the food is going up and how much it costs depending on where you shop. So my message to you is get ready now. Keep stockpiling. Add to your supplies. Go over your budget with a fine-tooth comb. Figure out where you can cut back, what bills you can make sure you pay off so you get out of debt, and how much can you seriously afford to spend to add a few things into your supplies every time you go shopping. It can all work out if we budget. Never go into debt over prepping, and it's important that we stock up on our money as well, because cash is king in a lot of situations. Let us know in the comments below, what are you adding to your prepping supplies, your food stockpile? What are you finding is in shorter supply or shooting up in price? And if you have any other ideas that can help us be better prepared for an uncertain future, we'd certainly enjoy hearing your comments and learning from your experiences. I hope you'll like my video, share it with someone else you think might enjoy it, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.